Welcome back to DefyingLee Fit. Today I'm going to be doing a hip opener exercise. It's about 5 minutes long. Just to make sure that you're really warmed up before we start, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Here we go.
Okay, let's begin in our mountain pose. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back into the first downward dog of the class. Walk out the dog. Inhale the right leg overhead, bend the knee and bring the foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee to the ground and come into a low lunge, bringing the hands up onto the knee. From here, make sure that you're allowing the hips to fall with gravity down to the ground, so you're getting a deep stretch. Put your hands on the ground and step back into high plank. Then move back into your downward dog. Inhale the left leg this time overhead, bending the knee, bringing it forward between the hands, dropping the back knee down to the ground and coming into your low lunge on the left side. Your hands can come to rest on the knee. Again, making sure that your hips are moving down towards the ground to feel that deep stretch. Allow the hands to fall to the ground and step back into your downward dog. Bending the right knee, bring it forward down to the ground, coming into half pigeon. Testing the waters here, you can either use a block to keep yourself upright, or if you're feeling more comfortable, you can come down onto your forearms. And if you feel like you can get really deep into the stretch without straining, bring the forehead down to the mat. And while you're here, just feel the sensations that you feel in this pose as the hip opens a little bit more. And if you're still on the block or on your forearms, see after a few moments if you can come down into it deeper, or if not, it's perfectly fine to stay where you are, just enjoying the pose and feeling the deep stretch. Make sure you're breathing into any feeling that you're feeling in this pose. When you're ready, slowly release, stepping back into your downward facing dog. Feel free to walk out the dog. Bending the left knee this time, bring it down to the floor, coming into half pigeon on the left side. Again, coming to where you're comfortable, whether it be a block or down on your forearms or coming right down to your forehead. Breathe into this pose, feeling all the sensations that come with it. When you're ready, slowly come back up, tucking the back toes and allowing the left foot to come back and meet the right into downward facing dog. From here, slowly walk the hands up in front of your mat, and one vertebrae at a time, come on up into mountain pose. From here, inhale the hands up and squat down into your yogi squat, adjusting the feet if they're too close together. bringing the palms and fingers together, pressing them so that your elbows are straightened out and not flopping down. And make sure with your inhale that you're lengthening through the back and just really feeling the stretch in the hips. Using your elbows to anchor on either knee. And then slowly come up and we'll step back into our downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet. Inhale the right leg up to the sky and bring the foot between the hands. Bounce up into your warrior one. Exhale, turning into your warrior two. Straightening the front leg, hinging forward, coming into triangle pose. And then sweep the hand over the face and come down into ninja pose, stretching out the foot. Feel free to flex it, point it, experiment here. And from here, come back up into warrior two. And cartwheel the hands down to the ground, stepping back into your downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up this time, bending the knee, bringing the foot in between the hands. Bounce up into warrior one. Finding your foundation. Exhale, warrior two. Straightening the front foot, hinging forward, and coming into triangle pose. From here, swoop the hand in front of the face, come down into your ninja pose. Again, flexing and pointing the foot to see what kind of stretch it feels like. Come back up into warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat, step back into your downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths here, pedaling out the feet. From here, walk the feet to the front of the mat and come to seated position, rolling the back down onto the mat. Taking the right knee into the chest and letting it fall out to the right. Your left hand extends out beside you, and you can just rest your right hand on top of the right knee to help deepen the stretch. Bringing the knee back to center, letting the leg fall forward, then bringing the left knee into the chest and allowing it to fall to the left. Again, the left hand can come on top of the left knee, anchoring it down to deepen the stretch. Allow the hand of the foot to come back to center. Sitting up, we're going to set up for happy frog. So, extend the knees out away from each other, aligning the the ankle to come in line with both knees, and slowly come forward, adjusting as you need to, maybe separating the knees a little bit further away from each other, and sink in. If you can't come to the ground, put a block underneath the chest to get comfortable. Maybe you can stay at your forearms, or come all the way down to your forehead. Wherever is comfortable, we're just deepening the stretch here in the hips. Feel free to bunch your mat under your knees to soften the pressure. Bring some blankets, whatever you need to get comfortable here. And breathe into this pose. And when you've had enough, slowly and gently start to come up out of the pose. And then with knees apart, toes together, sit back into your child's pose, bringing the forehead down to the mat, extending the arms out. Thank you guys so much for joining me today in this hip opening sequence. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you could subscribe and like my YouTube channel, that would mean the absolute world to me. And thank you guys so much. Namaste.